We'll go from now.
Covered in pussy hair.
Go from then!
Welcome to the Ducking Review Show.
Hello.
A short one.
Micro duck.
Micro duck.
I really want to pretend like there's a really good reason for it,
We're
but
gonna go to the pub.
we're really busy. There's the pub, that's one thing. I've got a thing.
I haven't. I'm tired.
You're tired.
I was between internets last night, so I could only watch the trailers today. So.
Yeah. On this week's show, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
No,
That's not it.
The shit one.
Yeah. Interlude. On tonight's show, Fantastic Four, Deadpool, and a bit of chat about Ant-Man because we went and watched it. We did. We went to go and see it.
all together.
And I've got engaged.
Carl's engaged.
Oh, I thought you meant there was a film called Engaged then.
No,
You've actually, that was a life moment.
I went and did that.
On Facebook and everything.
Yeah, especially on Facebook. Just on Facebook.
One of those
Yeah.
life event. Carl got engaged.
Not for real. Just
a Facebook thing.
no, it was real.
Just for lols.
Just for a party.
Yeah.
Right. Let's moving on. Thought you two were going to be more happy for me, but we've already done that in real life. It's old news.
2 weeks ago or something.
Four young outsiders teleport to an alternate and dangerous universe which alters their physical form in shocking ways. The four must learn to harness their new abilities to work together to save Earth from a former friend turned ... evil? I don't know.
Yeah, Doctor Doom, isn't it?
Doom, yeah. I thought you were going to say turn ... Doom.
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 Doom. Directed by Josh Trank.
Right, yeah.
Written by Simon Kinberg.
Right.
Screenplay, and it says four others, which seems excessive. Jeremy Slater, Josh Trank, Stanley, I guess that's characters, obviously.
Yeah.
And Jack Kirby, more character-driven story
Josh
writing.
Trank's quite interesting. This is his second film.
As a face or a man?
No, this film is his second film. His first film was called Chronicles.
Yes,
Right, which was an indie superhero film.
I've heard that, yeah.
It cost $12 million to make, it cost $120 million.
Wow, shit. Starring Dane DeHaan,
I don't know who that is.
Alex Russell, Michael B. Jordan, so, you know...
What is that, the Chronicles one or this?
The Chronicles.
Right.
Michael B. He's in this as well, isn't he?
Johnny B. Goods?
We don't talk about other people's reviews, do we?
No.
Yeah.
The Chronicle one. You can do
It
Chronicle.
just it kind of tied into what you just said. I mean, I only flashed up on Flipboard just 4 or 5 words, and I was like, "Oops, shouldn't have seen that." I might as well fess up. I did see it, and it said something like an indie plodding drama dressed up as a superhero film.
What's that?
Oh.
Fantastic Four?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Well, that's why they got him.
that's why they got him. We watched this trailer actually in the cinema.
We did when we saw Ant-Man.
Hero, hero of the ants.
Right. There's something that, the guy who plays Reed Richards, who's like the main guy from the Fantastic Four, he's the guy from Whiplash, isn't he? The main guy out of Whiplash, which is
fantastic.
Which is awesome. What I also noticed, I was looking at the credits, right? So you got Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm / The Thing. Now, why don't the other guys have that as their name in the credits?
What, Slash?
No, The Thing. Ben Grimm.
That's what I mean. Slash the Thing.
He's the Thing. But then Sue Storm is
the Invisible Woman.
The Invisible Woman. Johnny Storm is the Human Torch. Yeah. Reed Richards is Captain Fantastic.
No, I know the answer to
Fantastic,
this.
isn't he?
It's because he's playing himself. He actually is the Thing.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's what's he called, isn't it? It's
Billy Elliot.
Billy Elliot, yeah.
Billy Elliot.
You've mind fucked me.
I fucked
Why
you
does it say
right
that?
in your mind?
I don't know. I suppose he's the easiest.
Or maybe they just don't use
identifiable,
the special names apart from the Thing in the film. But also, Johnny Storm and Sue Storm, they're like brothers and sisters.
Half brother and sister.
Oh, right, I was going to say because they're not like the same colour.
No, the doctor guy in the trailer is their dad.
Both of their dads, yeah.
He's
That's weird though.
Johnny Storm's biological father and Sue Storm's like stepdad.
Where's he got his name?
Or adopted, I think.
I think adopted. Because
Tom Cruise.
Because she'd have a biological dad's name, but like she doesn't have a biological dad's colour. I mean, I'm not against them casting what would be a white character as a black character at all, but it's a bit weird, isn't it? That like the brother and sister with the same surname.
It is a bit weird.
Don't
and the
adopt
dad's in
children
it.
take the
Adopted,
surnames of
yeah,
the family.
you can.
Oh yeah, do adopted, yeah. I guess
Yeah.
that might be it then.
That's
She's
probably
adopted.
that's probably
Yeah, I
the
think that's
answer.
what it was.
But there's been a lot of like hullabaloo on the interwebs.
Oh, that's racist.
The only thing I really know about colour in this film is
It's a
So-
distinct lack of
they changed it. I'm trying to remember now because that trailer that we saw wasn't too dissimilar to one of the first early teaser trailers that was shown at one of those GeekCon things or whatever.
Yeah, Twat Fest.
And they changed. You know the bit where they're on the alien planet and,
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
all the colours. Well, what colour was it when we saw it? Was it green? Green. And originally all of that was red.
I can't remember.
And they changed
Vaguely
it.
See, this is
remember
the thing,
that, 'cause
like-
it's it looks like a sort of molten volcanic.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's like volcano town.
So what happened there? There was no answer. It was on Reddit and
I
there
mean-
was no answer for it.
Right.
Green Lantern tie-in.
It's quite funny because I can't
Maybe.
remember what
Max, that's
happened.
DC.
Yeah, maybe though.
Like, do you remember what happened in this trailer? Like, there's
Well-
a bit when they're kids.
It's stuff that we kind of have already
Yeah.
seen.
I mean, I know these from the cartoon.
That's
There was a
what I know.
cartoon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And like it was always Doctor Doom that I remember. Like
So
the actual
was that, wasn't
Fantastic Four. Yeah, I don't remember him so much.
Well, they've got that whole thing that you see in like
But
some
I'll
of the
give you-
X-Men films with the mutations. And they're trying to learn how to control their mutations. Like Johnny Flame, he's like blowing people up and
catching
shit.
fire by accident.
Yeah, and I get the impression they try and give him a suit that's meant to like contain it a bit, and he just like sets it alight. And
Right. Yeah. When they put him in that little room where he's strapped
it's all
in.
right.
there's a lot of emotional stuff in the trailer about they were just the bestest friends in the world, and then they went to space and everything got shit. There was that, and then they were all dealing with their emotional state from the accident, and he was like, I just want to make my friends better again.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. It's fucking shit.
Well, this was not on our radar at all, even though we knew about it.
No one even cares about it. It's getting such shit reviews.
We didn't care, did we?
I was
Did
going
you?
to say, like, Whispers are, it's not great.
Yeah.
It's got something like 30% on Rotten Tomatoes or
Has the
something.
embargoes and all that shit been lifted now then?
I don't know. It's out on
Must
Friday.
have, it's
Must-
all-
yeah. That's
right.
I read a Guardian review of it.
Yeah,
Today.
it's all,
Right. I was going to say, because I'd not read it beforehand. Well researched as usual.
I'd love to have more to say about it, but it just...
I don't remember the trailer. I watched it an hour ago.
Basically,
I don't remember
it
it.
starts out, it shows you Reed Richards in school, and his
That bit's quite good.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he's-
teacher's like, oh, what have you got there, Reed?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've made a transporter, or something.
Out of an N64 control pad.
Yeah, that's like a 62 control pad.
He tries
a green
it.
one as well. Like,
Yeah,
what's a
like
green
one of the
one?
weird ones that you had to buy extra.
I just right.
My mate had a green one.
I had a red. No, I had a black one, a grey one.
So a red one.
No,
Come with the gold ones.
Yeah, the gold
Yeah, I never
ones.
done
They're come
them.
with gold now.
I didn't like them. No, I don't know where they came
My mate had a
from.
red one. I had a black one. Someone had a yellow. The other mate had a yellow one, and everyone had a grey one.
And
So,
apparently that...
so you know whose was yours when you went round to the house.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
So everyone got a different coloured one. Do you
And
know
that-
what I mean? We decided, I'll have a black one. Okay, I'll be red. I'll be
Black
yellow.
was the best looking one.
Yeah.
I remember it looking really
The
nice.
yellow one was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was. You know, the controller at the start was green.
Yeah.
Well, originally that was red.
Fuck off.
I mean, what have I written down? I'm
But
not
basically, yeah, he does that. He makes a transporter machine. It looks like it didn't work. I'm guessing. It turns out it did work. And
It
then-
does work. They go to Horridland. They come back and they're all fucked up.
No,
No,
when
as
he's
a kid.
Oh.
It shows it and he like does something and it turns
Someone
into dust.
disappears though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think he turns like a tiny little man into Doctor Doom. I think that's what happens.
Maybe.
Oh.
And
Then they
he
go to
does
the
something-
planet and they find him and he follows them back. They get funky powers and then they get like it's weird because then they get like for some reason they're doing missions for the military.
Yeah. Well, they get weaponise them, don't they? Kind of. They
Yeah.
oh, they got great powers. Military dudes will like this shit.
Yeah.
That yellow control pad was for Donkey
Gold.
Kong 64.
Gold.
No, but the yellow one that you said looked nice was for Donkey Kong
It's supposed to look
64.
like a banana.
A gold controller is released in a contest by Nintendo Power Magazine.
All
as
right.
part of a raffle draw.
I remember seeing it.
And then in
I like that we're
'97,
padding this out. 'Cause we don't know anything about the film.
Yeah, we should
So
talk about
we'll
64
just
now.
talk about like retro gaming for a bit.
they did release worldwide a few different. And in the United Kingdom, there was a limited edition GoldenEye 007 console pack,
Yeah.
which
With
came
the
with a standard grey console and a copy of GoldenEye. But they've not written it in. But obviously, it must have come with the gold.
I know
I thought
that
it was something to do with GoldenEye.
you got like Legend of Zelda was like gold, wasn't it? The cartridge.
Do you remember Top Gear Rally on the N64?
Yeah.
So good.
Nintendo fanboys over here.
Yeah.
Fucking
Anyway.
PlayStation.
Twat
Okay.
face.
Sony pony.
Anyway.
Spot.
We're just we're going off into nowhere. Anything else to say about this?
Right.
It's not that we don't.
This is the thing, right?
I want to say more.
The effects look quite good. Like, everything
Right.
It looks good
It
in
looks
terms of.
fucking loads better than the ones that
Yeah,
came
yeah.
before it.
But I just don't give a fuck about the Fantastic Four.
Well, something that I'm going to go into a little bit when we talk about Deadpool, which is next.
No, we need to like rate the trailer.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just going to say that I'll talk more about it in Deadpool, but I am getting
Close to the tipping point.
sick, a bit sick of
Saturation.
Yeah, I am nearly saturated, absolutely dripping and covered in it.
In
Just-
superhero
yeah,
liquid.
and just want to wipe it off, but they keep putting it on me.
Spaffing
Even-
superhero
I mean,
movies all over
when we
there.
talk about Ant-Man, I think
Yeah.
as well, we'll get into that.
Well, this is kind of like a thread that is between everything we've chosen for today. We've got this Fantastic Four, we've got Deadpool, and we've got Ant-Man. So, and we can also thread it all together with the question of saturation. I think P. Mason or something tweeted us about, do you think some of the dissing that Batman v Superman and also the Suicide Squad is getting because of the Marvel
No.
saturation? He was
Yeah,
like, do you
and-
think
well, do
that? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it's worth a point.
he's getting a bit of a diss. He's getting diss because people didn't much like Superman, Man of Steel.
It's better. It is better on repeat watching.
Yeah,
It is
and
better,
but
yeah.
like DC should be a counterpoint to this fucking bullshit. Like Marvel, right? And Fantastic Four are Marvel, so they're not made by Marvel, but the characters are, so they've got that same thing to them. And
Yeah.
X-Men, it's all too twee.
We're starting to see the limitations, not necessarily of like oversaturation, but the limitations of the
It's
very
all
fabric.
everything we're seeing, apart from like the Dark Knight trilogy, which was awesome, right?
Yeah, it
And
was.
now that Superman film, and then there's other comic book stuff that comes out.
We really liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I love that, but
Yeah.
then that was a bit different. But like what we're getting with the X-Men, Fantastic Four, some of the Marvel films, is it's all Marvel, or it's all similar, you know, in its tone.
You mean like
Yeah.
lack of differentiation
Well,
between?
no, I
like-
don't mean there's heroes. What I mean is a tone of it. It's all kind of a bit too,
almost like you're continuously watching the same movie.
a bit.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you look at, for example, The Dark Knight.
Which one?
The Dark Knight.
Right, the actual Dark Knight.
Yeah. And that is like a serious film. It's like the Godfather of like comic book movies, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
It's
very
got,
much
like,
about like the machinations of the law process. I mean, all of them three. Well, the second two. The first one was a little bit more like superhero-ish.
But it's very
But
straight.
I love
isn't
the. I
it?
mean,
Yeah.
I love the first one, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But
No, I
the
love
Dark
all of them,
Knight
yeah.
tries something different, and it takes it in one way, and then like the Dark Knight Rises is like it's like a war film, a revolutionary sort of war film.
Yeah, and I
you
mean
know?
like the way
and
that
it tries to do them all differently. So the Batman Begins is kind of like your comic book one, but it's really awesome and like kind of, and it predates like. It's after the X-Men films, but it predates the Marvel.
yeah,
Cinematic,
it's
yeah.
of its own.
It came out
isn't
round
it?
about the same time as the first of the
Like
other
Iron Man.
Fantastic Four films.
See, one of my
Yeah,
friends mentioned that his problem with, and I thought he would love these films in particular. I know they're quite getting on a bit now, but I thought he'd love them, all three of those Batman films. And his point was that it tries to play it so straight that like it annoys him because like, well, he's a man in a bat suit, but they're trying to play it really straight, and he's like, come on, those two things don't work together. But
This film.
Yeah.
But I think they do work together.
I do.
Well, yeah, because
He's also mental.
That's what I was going to say. He's a pathological frigging sociopath.
Does
He's got this mental guilt thing of gone from Fantastic Four to Batman, but in that he's got the mad guilt thing of it's his fault that his parents died, and he's got this grief. He pussied out and got scared by this opera thing that they look like bats. He fell down a well and he got scared by a bat. Right, I'm going to use these bats to get vengeance on the society that led to the death of my parents. So. Like, you can see it. The
subject matter is dealt with so well by the director and the writer in that.
If you look at Batman Begins, it totally explains it rationally why you would do that.
Yeah. What about the Tim Burton Batman and Batman Returns? They also play this kind of serious, dark. I know it's fairy tale.
Not Batman Returns, but Batman does.
Yeah.
Batman Returns is so fantastic.
Well, the Tim Burton's turn up, isn't it?
Yeah. With not Christopher.
Because at this point,
Christopher Walken.
I think by the time he's done
Christopher Walken.
By the time he did Batman Returns, he'd done Edward Scissorhands. Like when he'd done Batman, it was still the 80s.
It was 89, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then Batman Returns like 92 or something.
Yeah,
and in between it, I think he did Edward Scissorhands. So he'd Burtoned up a level.
Yeah, he had Burtoned up a level.
Peak Burton.
I agree. Completely.
It's like that's the peak.
Agree.
Like we're totally not talking about the right film.
No, but I
like,
think we
with
can
Tim Burton.
do this.
Tangent we can do.
Yeah. Like that. Like Tim Burton in the 90s was great. Like I think Tim Burton's peak is Ed Wood. Like, because he's not too Tim Burton-y. I love that film. And like, look what he can do when he does a film that's not he's weird, but like
it's like I wouldn't mind that if every now and then he didn't do a Tim Burton film, because he's shown that he can make an excellent movie.
But you look at like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, which is annoying.
She was dog shit.
It's annoying. It's annoying as hell.
And but like, not long before that.
Well, it's like, how can I Tim Burtonise this?
Stick Johnny Depp in it.
Make everyone super pale and a bit weird.
Like you look at, it wasn't long before he did like Alice in Wonderland. He did like Big Fish, which is awesome.
Oh my god,
I love that film. Really that's his last really amazing film.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's rate it because I want to dart backwards and forwards.
Right, I'm going to rate Fantastic Four as a less than average 2.
Okay.
I've put it as a 3.
Right,
it's
generous.
like I'm sort of on the fence with it. Like,
fair enough.
It was one of those like with Spider-Man, Iron Man, and X-Men. Did I say X-Men twice there?
No, Spider-Man, Iron Man, X-Men.
Yeah.
So many mans. Why can't they do some more girly
What a man! What they are, aren't they?
Girl ones.
Because they're doing like
girl superheroes for the girls.
Superwoman.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
The woman that's in Black Panther, she'll be in Black Panther. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, but it's black. It's a man, isn't it?
It's definitely become obvious that it's a real male-dominated.
Yeah. I mean,
well, they did the rogue cut of X-Men.
But she's not doing. Yeah, they cut her out of it.
They cut her out originally, but they put her back in.
What the fuck is
that? If you look at like the Marvel films, like apart from
Black Widow,
Nick Fury, Black Widow's one who's in most of them, and she's in like Captain America film too, loads.
She's in Iron Man.
2
as well.
Do you know what would be good? Is if they did something like a Wonder Woman reboot, and I'm not saying it would have to be, but like if it was written and directed by women.
It is going to be directed by a woman.
I didn't know that. Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a beer. Nice. You carry on talking.
Alright.
Well,
what's
your score?
What's my score? I feel like I shouldn't score because I've been a bit influenced by what I've read.
Before that, what would you have said?
It probably would have been a 3 actually, because when we watched the trailer in the cinema and I didn't know anything but the trailer, which is how we normally do it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it wasn't on my radar. I'm a little bit more interested, even though I kind of feel like my body wants to reject it.
Yeah.
Because of the superhero thing.
See, yeah, that's the thing with me. I'm sort of like I'm intrigued by it, and as a kid, I loved like I said those cartoons with Spider-Man, X-Men, Iron Man. Well, I used to sit and watch them with my mum and Fantastic Four, so I quite enjoy it. So I'm probably going to see it.
Well,
but not at the cinema.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably not. Well, round here,
So
we have to wait about a month before it gets here.
Watch the cinema anyway. Right. Well, from one Tim to another, Tim Miller, director of Deadpool, written by Rhett Reese and Rhett Reese and one other. It could be Rhett Reese or Rhett Reese. Paul Wernick. I do this as a living as well.
Wernick.
It's terrible. It could be Wernick.
Just a name. Really difficult name to say.
Tim Miller's it's his first film.
Tim Miller.
I looked at his credits, right, and he did some special effects stuff on Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, that is interesting. Well, based upon, in case you didn't know, and you can't be bothered to read IMDb, based upon Marvel Comics' most unconventional anti-hero, Deadpool, or should be Deadpool, because it's in capitals, tells the origin story of former Special Forces operative turned mercenary Wade Wilson, who after being subjected to a rogue experiment that leaves him with an accelerated healing power, adopts the alter ego of Deadpool, not in capitals. Armed with his new abilities and a dark, twisted sense of humour, Deadpool hunts down the man who nearly destroyed his life. Or maybe it was like he should award him.
Yeah, but what it doesn't say there is like he's got like loads of cancer and shit, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Like the reason he gets this experiment is he's got like really bad terminal cancer.
Why do they pick him though?
Because he's like...
Because he's ex-Special Forces and he's like...
Yeah.
He's fucked, basically.
And
they know that if they give him new life, he owes them.
You see, like, in the trailer, you see, like, he ends up with his face all, like, fucked up.
He
He says
looks like
he's
a
got
ball
a face
bag.
like a ball bag, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
an avocado that had sex with an older avocado.
You look like Freddy Krueger had sex with a topographical map of Utah.
I mean,
That was my favourite line.
it's Deadpool being played by Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
He's
who
the perfect character
Who
for him.
played Deadpool in the Wolverine
Yeah.
film, Wolverine Origins. He also played Green Lantern, so he's
shit.
no, but
I was
Green
going to ask,
Lantern
did
DC.
you like that?
I've not seen it, but Green Lantern's DC. This is Marvel. He's fucking. He's scissor sistering on that boundary line.
I'm going to say
isn't he?
straddling and
Yeah,
riding the
straddling.
superhero rocket train.
Why are they letting him do that?
Well, because no one watched Green Lantern, so it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, there's that reference in the trailer where they say,
I've seen it, yeah.
it'll give you superpowers. It says, oh, don't give me a green suit.
And don't make it animated.
yeah.
He's called the Merc with a mouth, isn't he?
Yeah, because one of his powers is that he knows that he's in a comic or he's in a film.
Yeah.
Breaks the fourth wall all the time. I mean, right.
Didn't know that. This is one that I don't know much
Did you not
about.
get the reference in the trailer then where like he did that sort of epic sort of shootout thing, and then he sniffs the fumes off his gun and then goes, "I'm going to touch myself tonight."
I didn't know
And he's like
that
staring
was...
straight into the camera as he says it.
I didn't notice that he was staring into the camera because his eyes are covered.
And
up.
also, like, when it
Right.
says, like, from the people, well, I guess that's the voiceover, from the people who, like, brought you Deadpool, but for some reason put a gag on him.
No, that
or
was
whatever.
wasn't that in the teaser trailer?
Oh, yeah, because there's a teaser
There was
trailer.
a teaser that was like
Yeah.
a 30
Announcing-
seconds
yeah.
long that was announcing the actual trailer, and it was like it was basically all black, and it slowly like panned.
Was it
in
him just sat in a
on-
chair with a
on,
pie?
like, him sat in a wingback chair as Deadpool, and he's like in a world, like doing the proper classic
Right.
voiceover, and it
That
was
trailer
like,
is
from
awesome.
the team that brought you, and all of these films, and it was like a 5-time award watching nominee Ryan Reynolds and things like that.
Right, I've got something to say.
Yeah.
You've watched the wrong trailer.
No, that's fine. I've watched the same trailer. When I said, is this oversaturation possibly got something to do with the fabric of the comic book universe? And when I say that, I think, like, I mean the depth of the stories of what we've seen so far, the
Yeah.
very depth of the characters, and whether, like, if I'd read all of these comics, and I've read bits, but if I'd spent this much time reading them, as I have watching them, that I would start to get a bit bored. And maybe it's because of just the very depth of what it's written from, whereas Guardians of the Galaxy
was
different, and if I'd read that, I'd be more like, this is cool, like, I really like The Invisibles, and that's got so much more depth to it, and this sounds cool with the fourth wall thing, and, like, that brings up metaphysical
There's loads
questions
of stuff like that.
that perhaps we're sort of looking at things that are a bit more adult
I mean,
oriented,
this film, like
mature.
famously, well, there was like April Fool's Day this year. Like Ryan Reynolds did a tweet or something, or a little video saying like the new like Deadpool film is going to be PG-13 as like a joke.
Right.
And then, like, you know, after lunchtime or whatever, when you revealed joke. It's like, no, it's going to be a R-rated film. It's going to be an 18, basically.
Yeah.
Which is unheard of because we know that 18 shuts down an audience.
It'll be. I think it'll be 15.
It'll be
Squeeze
15.
it to 15 over
Which
here.
is still a big deal.
Yeah. Well, the last sort of superhero film like that I can think of was fucking Spawn.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Well,
the last
fucking
one.
Judge Dredd and see how that went. Well, Dredd.
The last
Yeah, that's
Dredd.
true.
The new Dredd was
The new
15,
Dredd.
18.
And
Was
that
it 18?
That was brilliant.
I've not seen it. I've
What?
not seen it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
See, like, if you want to talk about like modern comic book movies and how they can be different, that's it.
Because wasn't that like a sort of independently funded type?
Yeah, it
Really?
kind of it didn't it flopped in
Yeah.
the sense that it didn't bring in the blockbuster money that they needed.
But did it recoup what it cost?
Not
Cinema,
really.
Probably is now on DVD.
There's campaigns to
Yeah,
get
I mean,
a
I
sequel.
put I signed a petition to get a sequel to.
Same.
Fucking awesome.
But you've seen the Tower Block movie.
The Raid.
The Raid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Yeah, the Raid, Die Hard. The Raid done kind of more Eastern. The Die Hard done more Eastern is the
Thai,
Raid.
wasn't it?
You've seen it, haven't you?
It was Indonesian.
Indonesian.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I think it was
Indonesian?
Indonesian.
Or am I thinking of Tony Yar?
Oh, hang on.
Like, you know,
Anyway,
I've
seen it, yeah.
you've seen
Yeah.
it. Judge Dredd's very much like that.
All right.
Pretty much, yeah. It is very much that.
Judge Dredd is bloody awesome.
So does it skip over all the stuff like about the judges and everything, and
You know,
is it just
you've
sort
got
of
to set
presuming
up.
that you know all that stuff?
It sets
Yeah,
it up,
yeah. It
and
kind
it
of.
tells you. It doesn't tell you. It shows you. You know.
Yeah, it shows you in a very
Proper
slick, cool
filmmaking.
way.
Like where it's like you
It's
don't
not preaching to you. You
Yeah.
learn it as you go.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's a bit of a spiel at the beginning, and it shows the wasteland and the mega city one or whatever it's called.
The planet thing.
I want to watch it right now.
It's so good.
I've watched it more than once.
I've watched it
Um,
twice.
Well, I'll get it watched then. Homework.
That'd be a good one to review.
I'm pretty sure it's definitely Indonesian. Yeah, the Raid.
The Raid, yeah.
Yeah, watch it.
The
And not
Raid's
Judge
awesome.
Dredd, but it's so heavily influenced. It's heavily influenced by that as much as The
It's not
Matrix
though, I mean,
is
it just-
influenced by
What is?
Judge Dredd,
And
by
The Raid?
The Raid, yeah.
Oh, just no.
Do you think there's just a coincidental
They
parallel?
came out within 6 months of each other.
Was it that? Oh, then I'm
Right.
talking bullshit.
The
Then.
Raid
I thought it
was
much
made
longer.
like really quickly for no money. Judge Dredd was made fairly cheaply, but over a longer period.
So it's
with
literally
loads of
just
special effects.
coincidence.
It's just happened. It just happened.
That's insane. Honestly, that is insane. Have you watched the second one yet?
The Raid 2.
No, it's on Netflix though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that watched.
Is it the same setup?
No, it carries on. Literally carries straight on.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you should probably watch them back to back.
Yeah.
You'd enjoy it.
Did I tell you about...
Deadpool.
Sorry, I'm
Deadpool.
going to keep going before we go back to Deadpool.
Go on.
Do you know Devo, our friend Devo?
Yep.
He fucking loved The Raid. Wouldn't watch it because it was a subtitled film. A subtitled film that probably has about 8 lines of dialogue in it.
Well, how did he love it though? All right.
And-
Oh no, he
didn't.
would.
He would have.
He would
have
love it.
Really
Yeah,
love
he
it
would
because
love
of the
it.
action and everything.
He's really
But he was just like, as
action-orientated.
soon as it came up with subtitles, he went, "I'm not watching this."
Really?
Yeah, and just
You
walked
could have
out
put the dubbed version on.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Why didn't you put the dubbed version on?
because I had the foreign version.
Oh, I got it on Blu-ray.
Let's buy him the dubbed version because he'll love it.
Why don't we watch it and record our own like dub?
That would be. What do you mean, like?
Like do like.
Whenever they're talking, we put dub
Try
drops.
sound like Orient.
Deadpool back, bringing it back to Deadpool from
Okay,
whatever we
Pulling
were,
it back.
from whatever we were just talking about.
Again, I can't remember what happened in this trailer because like
Lots of action.
loads of action. It was funny.
Well, I mean,
Violent.
we've covered a bit of it already. Like, we don't need to go step by step, but it does start with the idea that he's got cancer.
Cancer.
He wants help, and he kind of almost sells his soul, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Basically,
There's a funny line in
as
that.
a mercenary. What?
His girlfriend or wife, whatever's going, "It's okay, we'll get through this." And he goes, "It's okay, I've just got cancer of the brain, the prostate, the kidneys. You know, all those parts I can live without."
Well, that's it. 'Cause he's a wisecracking badass
Yeah.
already. I mean, like, so yeah, he has this thing.
Did
He
you
gets
like-
these powers. There's a bit in it which is really funny. He says, "There's a reason why I wear a red suit.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
that when you shoot me, you can't see the blood. You get it. You got brown trousers. It's just
Right, you bang on with that because it's got this comic book comedy that, like, we mentioned when we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy. Wish I could tell you which episode it was, but you can find it on the duckandreviewshow.com.
Plug.
well, plug.
You can email us at theduckingpodcast@gmail.com.
What's happening?
You can tweet us
finished?
at duckingpod.
That was really smoothly fitted in there.
I just realised we haven't done it. We don't read any of our emails out because we get too many.
About dick enlargement pills.
Yeah.
Some vile person from Nigeria.
I always print them off to Matt, the penis enlargement pills.
Yeah. You never get them.
Right. I get pill enlargement penises sent to me.
What else has the director done? You said Scott Pilgrim.
He's not directing. This is his first proper film. He's done some computer game stuff.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, awesome.
What did he do on Mass Effect 2?
Some of the graphics and stuff.
That's interesting.
So he's like a visual designer then.
Yeah, because a lot of this has got... the original sort of thing that was leaked about it before it was fully announced as being put in production was that sort of test reel footage.
I wrote this down, mate.
Oh, I'm glad somebody
They made
did.
a 3-minute test footage thing where he's fighting in that car.
It's about it's in the trailer.
In 2012, but it's in the trailer. Right, and it made in 2012.
2012?
Right, no, but it got released to the public last year.
Right. Yeah.
And everyone loved it so much. That's what got this green lit.
I think that was sort of like, we've made it.
No, this is what this could look like.
And then they just like put it on the back burner, and then everyone was sort of crying out for it. Ryan Reynolds really wanted to do it.
So you think it was a hype machine?
And I think it was like, we'll put it out, we'll test the water.
It's almost like kickstarting, but not. Like, you know, like they did something off their own back, made this thing, looks awesome, really funny, and it's awesome. That
like the Power Rangers thing.
Yeah.
Like that fan movie.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Apart from it got taken down instantly.
Yeah. So
fuck you, Bandai.
It's kind of like that. It said they got the guy who played Deadpool in the Wolverine to be Deadpool, so he obviously feels that like what they did.
He was assistant director on Thor 2.
Right.
Really?
So, I mean, he's not got a full feature credit. That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool, yeah.
More than anything that
we've not talked about Thor on our oversaturation and I thought Thor was actually quite funny the first
Yeah,
one.
well, I don't think like Thor fits into that oversaturation as much because it's different.
He's Asgardian.
And like I said, back
He'll never get bummed.
go even
He's got his Asgardian.
going back to that thing of like, even if I was just reading these things, I think I'd find Thor refreshing and different.
Well, it's got quite a big backstory, you know, all of Norse mythology.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get any deeper than that, really, can you?
No. Well,
Shall we? Have you got anything else to say about it? Really? Did you like his performance of Deadpool from what we've seen?
I've not seen the
trailer?
Wolverine film, or I don't remember him in
Origin.
it. I've seen
He's
a bit
only
of
in
it.
briefly.
And
Wolverine Origin, wasn't that one alright?
no,
Everyone hated it, but I quite enjoyed it.
Was that the one where we maybe watched before the effects
It was that one where it leaked out and it had all of the green screen stuff hadn't been finished, so...
is that what you watched? I like that film.
I didn't see it.
Big too much screen.
I didn't see it.
Sorry.
Carl did.
Is that what happened with Fantastic Four?
And, yeah, probably. But yeah, there was a bit where Wolverine jumps up to a helicopter.
Yeah.
But the part that in Carl, when he saw it, it was just a block helicopter.
And it's just a cube.
It hadn't been
sort of like...
They hadn't finished painting it in yet, and it was just like him on a wire flying towards it. And it was
Somebody
just like,
lent me it, I think, and I was like,
just
what
like a
the
test shot.
fuck is this? Yeah, I hadn't even realised.
It was like the raw
until then.
footage.
I didn't know that I was watching a bent version of a film.
But that was Sony as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, X-Men, I mean...
It was X-Men Wolverine Origin.
This will be getting made by Sony, won't it? Deadpool.
No, it's Marvel. It's...
But
I don't know, actually.
I think it's
I don't
Sony.
think it's Sony.
No, it's Sony.
Is he called a mutant in it? Because they own all the
No, he
ones that
gets
are
his
called
powers
mutants.
from Wolverine's blood in the comic.
I know, but have they done that in this?
No, but like, so they own him.
Oh, this is weird. Also known as X-Men Origins Deadpool.
Piss off, really?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, he's part of the X-Men thing.
Origins.
If you scroll down, it'll tell you who makes it.
Sony.
That's what I'm looking for.
Because it's saying like made by the people
Fox Searchlight?
who
Bummed your mum.
gagged him last time in
Yeah.
that thing. So it's Sony.
Made by the people who put me in that X-Men movie, but inexplicably sew my mouth shut.
Yeah.
What the hell is this, right?
I mean, that's the thing,
Ryan
right?
Reynolds has confirmed that the Deadpool have no connection to the Deadpool scene in X-Men Origins. Yeah, you've got some bullshit thing here saying X-Men Origins Deadpool, which is what it's
Yeah, it's
also
all
known
bullshit.
as.
That must
I mean,
be a wagon
This
title,
is,
isn't it?
Yeah.
but this is the thing, like, about the fucking Marvel films. It's so convoluted
Licensing hell
who
and
owns it.
everything, yeah.
Because, like, they weren't making their own films, so they sold all the rights. It's why you can't have a standalone Hulk movie. Because if you make it, Universal owns the
Hulk.
the Hulk, not as a... You can make it into the Avengers, but you can't make your own movie of it.
Yeah.
Like Marvel, because like Universal have that right to it. So I don't know, but it's
Because
mad.
they've got the roller coaster. That's why they own it.
Because
Yeah,
like
that's just
Iron
weird.
Man was the
It is a
first
thing.
one that was fully made by Marvel, and that new Hulk movie was co-made by Universal then, even though it's in that same universe.
It's counted as it, isn't it? Yeah, it's a sort of licensing head fuck.
Yes, and
Like
whereas
Spider-Man
DC,
can't be in the Avengers, but now he is because he's on loan.
yeah,
from
yeah,
20th century
he's
Fox.
on loan like a football player or something. But like, but what that means
It's
is
fucking
like
mental.
because
Now
no
there
one
is a
wants-
film that I will watch.
What?
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
football.
on
No,
loan to like
Marvel
Man U.
versus DC, the football game.
But like DC, all their films, like they're not their own studios, such, but because Warner Brothers do all their shit, don't they?
Will
But
we-
they like Marvel aren't, they're owned by Disney. But like they haven't pimped out all their characters here, there, and
Such
everywhere.
money bollocks, isn't it? Will we ever see a Marvel versus DC?
No.
Washington DC.
Will they realise that there is so much money to be made out of
Oh,
that?
you haven't want to see that. That'd be shit.
Yeah, but can
Oh,
you imagine the,
Maybe-
the legal
maybe,
thing of trying
like,
to sort that out? Like,
in a-
it'd
in
just
a-
be a fucking pissing contest, wouldn't it?
I
in
wanna
the top
see that.
trumps.
Swinging dicks
Situation.
around. so you
Maybe
can
that's
get the
where
biggest
this
one.
ends. Maybe
This game
that's
is hot.
where this ends. All
Batman
these-
versus
You get
Spider-Man.
what you do.
All
you,
of them.
You get the DC superheroes top trumps, and you get the Marvel one. It's fucking mixing in. And then you've got who's in there. You can do it yourself.
I think one day my kids or grandkids or their grandkids, because we're all going to live to a million years old, will go, "What's this, Grandad?" and pull out. Like
Why is
a,
your kid
a
so like an
Blu-ray.
old man?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll pull out a
'Cause he's a
Blu-ray.
million years
What's
old.
this, Grandad? And pull out a Blu-ray of
Scouts as well.
I don't know, of I don't know, Batman or something. And I'll go, "That's a superhero," and they'll know nothing about them. And I'll go, "Well, what happened is they just kept putting out all these films,
And I've got
and
fucking
eventually
sick of it.
everyone just
Just
went,
like the Carry On films.
Yes! Oh my god, they're such parallels! Carry On in the fucking superhero films.
And them National Lampoon's ones.
Yeah.
Stop making them because they fucking did that for everything.
And the bloody police academy. Is this the modern day police academy?
Well, they made 6 of them.
Oh god, it felt like a lot more. That's too many.
But yeah, so yeah, Deadpool. Our thoughts on this trailer. I mean, we this is like the tangential podcast where we
Yes.
just fucking talk shit.
Well, no, I felt like it was going to be a lot of
Yeah.
crossover.
So I mean, Deadpool star rating. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna give it a 4-star rating.
Yeah, Matt.
I've gone 4 as well.
I'm going to give it
personally.
4 because of the reasons that we discussed, that it stands out, it looks different. I'm getting like a Guardians vibe, which brings us to Ant-Man. And when we first originally looked at the Ant-Man trailer, we
Give it a
said
5, didn't we?
something. Yeah, we said something that we really like the look of this. Drew parallels from Guardians of the Galaxy because of the humour, the extra
Yeah.
depth, the layers. We went to the cinema, we saw it. Reflections.
Right, we're not gonna like review it.
No, we're just talking about.
Are we getting beers? We're gonna get beers.
Get beers.
Anti-Man times.
Right, Ant-Man now is something that concludes our original thoughts, because when we first talked about Ant-Man, when we reviewed the trailer of it, we said the thing that really intrigued us was that it reminded us a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It had this like extra development of comic book humour and this sort of more mature. I don't know. It was more original, the same as what we've just said about Deadpool. Written and directed by Edgar Wright.
No. Written by Edgar Wright. And written by some other people.
But
I
basically,
don't love the Adam and Joe show.
But basically, they just made it as if he'd written and
No,
directed
but
it.
the scenes in it that are added. The reason he quit is because they wanted to add a certain scene. We know which scene.
Just by watching it.
It involves like a character from the wider Marvel universe, and you can totally see. Yeah, I can get why he didn't want it because like Edgar Wright wanted it to be self-contained.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and that self-contained element is what makes this brilliant because it develops as a film. It has this like
But it has a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah, it has a plot,
which like
script.
Like for example, right? Look at Age of Ultron. It doesn't have a fucking beginning because the beginning is you in an action scene. And yeah, it is a bit like James Bond when that happens, but the action scene bleeds so much into the rest of the film, it's not separate from it. Because in that scene we meet, like, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver,
yes,
and all that shit goes on. Loads of shit happens in that scene.
A cheap
that
trickle
bleeds into the rest of the film. It's like, you know, like when you watch Indiana Jones or James Bond, so you've got a big, massive boulder, idol guy, or James Bond in every one of his films. Starting at an action-y bit, and then you go into the rest of the film, and it's not to do with it, really. It's fine.
Is in a sort of roundabout way normally, isn't it?
Well, look at Indiana Jones, like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
As an event, yeah.
I mean, I guess it does introduce the character of Belloc, but apart from that, it's completely separate, whereas this just totally felt like just part of the film. Like they missed the scene out.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So it literally starts, doesn't it? And it's like...
I guess the thing is, like...
And then it's like...
It does,
they're the bad guys.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it doesn't even follow on from Winter Soldier.
That's what I was just about to say. There's a lack of follow-on, so you can't even say that it's previously described by the previous.
There's nothing in between Winter Soldier and Age of Ultron, which were the back-to-back films. Apart from Guardians of the Galaxy, it's got fuck all to do with that. But like in the joined upness of like the story,
Ant-Man starts with an action scene, but it's false. He's in prison fighting.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
The first scene is when Michael Douglas in the past.
Oh shit! Yeah.
We can't talk too much about this, but we can.
Yeah, Digital Douglas. Let's talk about Digital Douglas.
We can't talk too much about.
You're smoking beer again, man. What are you doing? You're getting so excited.
We can't say too much about what happens in Ant-Man though, because
people
haven't seen it. But Digital Douglas and Haley Atwell's in that scene.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was her till after I'd seen it.
Oh, really? Because I proper squealed like a girl and went, Agent Carter!
Yeah, because we wondered where she would be in it when we were looking at the trailer originally.
Yeah, because I knew she was in it.
There you get it, there you go.
And I didn't say Agent Carter, I just sort of squealed and said,
You went,
Peggy!
Peggy
Sue! Peggy!
I went super mega nerd.
Digital Douglas, I thought actually looked quite good.
Yeah, it does look
Yeah,
really
he
good.
looked better than fucking Thingy in Tron.
Yeah, I knew you would bring that up. To the point that
Nash
I
Bridges.
was like just looking at it, trying to look for the fault, and I don't know, it kind of put me, so it blew me away.
How
a
did they
bit.
do that? Is
What?
it digital or was it like
Yeah.
they did? Was it
What?
fillers?
No,
Must
they
be
did.
digital.
I read a thing, and I watched the thing. Or listened to a thing. Something about it, and they did it, and they spent fucking ages doing it. They went back to
Oh
was it
yeah, I
Wall
heard
Street.
this. It was on that podcast, wasn't it? Was it the one I said on the Empire podcast where the director's on about? Well,
Oh no, it was a
else.
separate thing, but it was a similar interview.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, they went back and looked at Wall Street because that was
I know.
made in the year that was meant to be in.
Excellent.
And they basically looked at how his face moved and the mannerisms and things like that. Obviously, he acted it out, and then they've painted on top of his face to get it to look youthful and just real. And I couldn't tell. Some people have said it's got that weird uncanny valley thing.
Just a little bit. But
Yeah, a
not
little
so
bit.
much.
Yeah,
But
but I just
It was
only
good enough.
because
It looked better than
only because you know that he's old.
yeah.
Put it this
It
way,
looked
he looked
better-
better than Haley Atwell did in it.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
also looked better than Steve Rogers' head stuck onto like a geek
It was the same people that did it.
Yeah, it was, but like they've come on leaps and bounds.
There's also a little joke where, bloody Nora, I can't remember it. Michael Douglas says something to do with like, what do you think I was dead? He says something like that at some point. I think it might be when he appears again. And to me, it looked like it was almost to a point to camera because he's been ill, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And all of his career kind of like fallen on its arse, and now he's back.
I was totally unaware of and made an inappropriate comment about 8 podcasts ago.
Oh yeah, you didn't realise.
What was wrong with him?
Yeah.
Oh, and he died of cancer.
Oh yeah,
shit,
that happened, yeah.
Didn't realise.
But you know,
Yeah,
what you know.
Oh, that was.
But
harmless.
yeah, so I mean, we're not really talking about the thing of this film, but like, we're just going to talk about what we thought about it, I guess.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was slick. It was interesting. It had a story.
We were talking about like the oversaturation of the Marvel bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? And this film stands out as like it's fresh for a start.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the Prince of Bel-Air.
Like, yeah.
Just like Prince.
It was funny.
Prince, ain't that
it was
fresh.
funny, and you can see all the stuff that like we talked about it when we did the trailer. But all the stuff like Edgar Wright's put into this, like the scenes. I was going to say one of them, but I won't.
It's got.
But there's scenes in it that
If you
are just
think
totally
sort
Edgar Wright.
of Shaun of the Dead, where they do those scenes of
Yeah.
like, this is
Loads.
the plan, we're going to do this, then this, then this, then this. And that kind of
It's
plays
taken
into
to
certain
a
elements,
next
isn't it?
level, though,
Yeah.
almost, isn't it?
It's well Edgar.
And like the whole what they
right.
do with turning small and then big and fighting was awesome.
Really clever.
Yeah, the choreography on that is brilliant.
But
And
what's
it's really
weird-
clever things.
Really clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
What did you just do?
Shove my nail up.
What's
my
the
nail.
matter? Did you break a nail?
Literally, can you see it's already starting to bleed?
Oh,
Just shoved my nail up my nail.
I don't know what
Anyway, do you know, like, kind of what sort of depicts this movie a little bit? What I find really interesting about this movie is that it is funny, to me anyway. I know it's only my opinion, but you guys agree, and we're not dumb. It is funny. It's got some really good script in it. It's just really well put together. And when you start to, and this does tie into the theme of oversaturation, when you start to look at user reviews on IMDb, I just think, what the fuck is up with people? Maybe it is just us.
Yeah.
And that people do just want this particular wham bam thank you ma'am, because you've got like tedious lame poor plot, not enough action. That's one thing. I was reading these out to you, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And like
It's like for the story, it's a fucking heist movie.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a heist
You know,
movie.
So what? Yeah, it's got a
It's just-
superhero in it.
It's just missing that sort of guitar stuff in it, just going wacka chicka wacka chicka wacka chicka wacka chicka constantly through it. That's all that was missing.
Yeah, I'd love to like know what they, when they're saying poor plot, what they thought about all the others. There's one other one saying like way too much forced comedy. Is it because
It's not forced.
None of
Is
it's
it
forced.
Easy. Like
I think
the
it's because
casting
it's
of
quite
Paul.
British humour.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
That's what I think.
Yeah, probably. But like Paul Rudd makes you couldn't the casting of Paul Rudd and the casting of Michael Douglas in this film was bloody awesome because they're both really really good in this, and they got Paul Rudd's got this likability about him.
Definitely.
You can't act it. He's just got it. You know what I mean?
He's got this kind of Michael J. Fox thing going on.
It's just like he's a nice guy. Like he's a genuine
And
person.
everyone,
That's probably what he's like.
He's
genuine.
it really makes you feel like, what if I was in this situation where all of a sudden now I'm a superhero?
The humanity.
Yeah.
The
He's
humanity.
an everyman, isn't he?
He
You know,
is.
he's the classic
But
everyman.
good looking, witty, charismatic.
But he is that, but he still comes across as an everyman, which, you know, that you can't bottle that shit.
Look at that top one there, the top one.
The decline of the Marvel movies continues. 5 out of 10. What did he say though? What's my hair doing? I can see it in the telly. It's like,
It's gone mad. This really pisses me off, right?
What really grinds my gears?
Like, really, it's one person we're never going to meet that means nothing, really, and I could just ignore it, but I'm not going to because I worry. We were talking about the oversaturation, and like here we are with somebody saying the Disney Marvel engine seems to be running out of steam with this emotionless film that put even the children in the audience to sleep. It's
The best fucking pun without realising it. Running out of steam. If you watch the film, you'll totally get what that means.
Well, it's in the trailer. Someone's tanking.
Yeah,
talk about
fucking
it.
What
are you doing? Have you got all in your
pouring
glass?
liquids everywhere.
Fucking hell.
You're making me laugh too much. This film was a bog standard intro movie. What were they watching? This is good because this helps us reflect upon what we thought, and it wasn't a bog standard intro film.
It's completely.
Yeah, it wasn't like.
You want to get
America.
these people in like Chinese throat the voice box out. Chinese throat, Chinese bird.
What's a Chinese
I don't know what that is.
Chinese bird someone's windpipe.
Oh, that would.
This is the casting. I don't know what this is. This is very weird. I've not read this far before. The cast didn't seem comfortable being on the same set as each other, let alone the same room.
I thought
the
Douglas
dynamics
and
was
Paul
great.
Rudd had a really good counterpoint between them.
Yeah.
Dickheads. It's
Yeah.
like the thing is like I mean I know we're like voicing opinions on the internet, so we're part of it. But like people,
We're just as bad as them.
no, we're not.
But we're
because
right.
People are so
We're right.
so quick to fucking criticise something that's cool and good, just to sound like the cool.
Yeah, hipsters.
Possibly.
Shitsters.
Yeah, I bet they got fucking moustaches and big glasses.
This is another one. This is why it got my goat, because it's not just one or two.
He's getting them all out here, isn't he? Grinds
Marv-
his gears, gets his goat.
Marvel crawls over familiar ground in this by-the-numbers blockbuster. There's nothing about this film, really, that is by the numbers in terms of the previous Marvel films.
Oh.
It's really different. His power's really, like...
Unique.
Right, stop reading that.
I know, I've got to stop reading it.
So like we thought the film was really good, right? Like it's got good acting in it. It's got a good script. It's got a good plot.
Why?
Yeah. We can't talk about
say
shit.
that shit. That's a fucking big spoiler. That.
Cut it out, I only
Say
said
that
one
now.
word.
Yeah, but still, we can't talk about that.
I'll bleep it.
What? Why?
Do that.
Yeah.
Bleep it. Bleep it with a swear
But I mean,
word.
I'll cut that
like
in.
we said, like, yeah, cut that into over it. I think, like, did we give it 5 stars? Like when we,
I think it got 4 or 5 off most of us. Yeah.
like, what would you
Most of
actually?
us, only 3 of us.
What would you actually give it? No, you've seen it.
Out of
Besides-
5, I'd probably stick to 4.
4,
I really enjoyed
5. It's up there, but it's like in my mind, like
In my mind. That's the only
Guardians
place
of the
you'll-
Galaxy is the best Marvel film,
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I think it is.
right?
The thing with that is one thing they struck gold with was the fucking
soundtrack.
soundtrack.
And we're all
Well,
like,
the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is called Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, they know it,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
you know. But
It's a spoiler
this
for the fucking first film as well, isn't it?
not really,
The tape and everything.
not really.
Not really. Oh. No, not really. No, only if you're in the know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're
It's
right.
no, you said it
Yeah, that's what the friggin' name is. It's giving
You
me
made it
anyway.
into that. God.
again. But like this is up there with that.
My leg is so
It's
well.
not as good as Guardians of the Galaxy, although it is in a lot of ways. Like, it's weird, isn't it? Because, like, you know, you got Avengers 1.
Yeah, that
This is
was
awesome.
good. That was brilliant.
I know I watched that
A
film.
lot
so
of the
many
first
times.
generation, apart from Iron Man 2, the first lot of. So you got Iron Man,
Was Iron Man 2 the one
Thor,
with Mickey Rourke?
Captain America. Yeah,
Yeah.
Captain America, and Iron Man 2 shit. They're all pretty good.
Mhm.
Varying levels from good to.
Thor 2.
I've not seen Thor 2.
It's alright.
It's alright. It's good.
The first
It's-
one's better.
Iron Man
It's
3 is a
weird,
bit
'cause
shit.
God, how many are there?
Initially,
Yeah.
right?
Captain America Winter Soldier is bloody
Fucking brilliant.
awesome.
Yes.
It's just a spy film,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mate.
that's up there to see.
Yeah,
So,
it's like a Bond
like,
film.
my top.
It is.
but a good one.
Fuck off! So my top 3, like, films, Marvel films, is, like, Guardians, probably. Captain America 2 and Ant-Man are on a level.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with that.
Guardians is top one.
Actually,
They're like
agree
joint
with you.
second for me. And then Avengers is third.
I feel like I'm just getting bored of this podcast because of the oversaturation.
Yeah. Well, we should finish it then.
Podcast.
It's been an hour.
We do it every fucking other week.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I think maybe it's just me.
Because you're on
What
holiday mode.
what do you think?
What about?
I don't know, it is getting a bit much.
So many.
Yeah.
What?
But we have nice
Podcasts?
Nah, man, the fucking...
No,
What are you
you're
thinking about?
not witnessing the death of the podcast.
Yeah.
What you may be getting to a point is where we put a rule up where we just no longer talk about
Superheroes.
bloody
Superhero
superhero movies.
Well, apart from certain things. I mean, like I can't fucking wait for Star Wars.
Yes.
This
Right.
is the thing. We've
Star
got some
Wars,
nice
the
stuff
fucking-
walking through the middle.
Palette
Yeah.
cleanser.
Fucking-
The ultimate palette cleanser.
Mad Max came out.
Yeah.
That was
See,
brilliant.
This
Brilliant.
is the thing, like, we talked about this maybe in
Mad
the
Max
last
was
one.
so much better than
Like-
anything we've seen in that universe.
Yeah, amazing. Star Wars looks so fucking good.
Mm.
You know, September, there's a new trailer coming out. Like, fuck
Stiffy
me.
time.
We'll do a whole special on that.
We're hard for it. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But
James
I-
Bond, though, as well.
Do you know when we had those? Yeah, that looks good. You know when we had that other podcast where we talked about some of those unknown films, and they just maybe I just want to sprinkle some art in me. Do you remember those other ones? What were they?
What
No,
about?
no.
Well, like the Song of the Sea or something.
Yeah, the Song of the Sea.
And you see the and
Cowboy
Slow
one,
West, and
Slow
you're like,
West.
we need to do more of that shit.
And sometimes,
Yeah,
well, yeah, there's just...
it's not our fault.
We do what's news and what's coming out soon.
Yeah,
And
This
this
was
week's
reported.
A, a slow week, and B, there's just fucking tons of superhero shit out,
But,
so
like,
we're
no,
talking about
what,
loads of that
no,
anyway.
what it reeks of is this is a shit
Come.
that people spend a load of fucking money making. This is a shit that is in the news. Fucking awesome films like Song of the Sea and Slow West. No one fucking reports it because the low budget, they're not fucking studio films. Like, we're force fed all the shit. And then all
That
the
we
goodness,
then tell everyone about.
yeah. Well, you know, we're part of like the shit feeding. We're like the second centipede. The people who listen to us are the third centipede. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like the
okay.
first centipede, they were cunt.
So we need to sprinkle in a little bit more, I guess.
So what
Yeah.
you are literally
Yeah.
witnessing now is the turning point of the podcast. This is it. It's all changing now.
Yeah, more Needle
rebrand.
Park. More Needle Park. More things. More stuff.
More shit.
More stuff.
Right, well we've done
So
that, I
yeah,
guess.
that's the end.
Do the thing, Carl.
Yeah, end it. Go on.
You can contact us at
Did we get
Ducking Pods.
Did we give Ant-Man like a final review score? We talked about
No,
it.
because we haven't properly reviewed it.
What? No. The Ducking Podcast at gmail.com.
And at Ducking Pod, you can tweet us. You can also visit our website at the duckingpodcast.com.
Nah, duckingreviewshow.com.
Duckingreviewshow.com.
Yeah.
www.
www.
WWD.
And that's the end. Bye.